Hey friends, welcome to Mindful MX365. I'm Justin McBride, and this is the daily series where we consider quotes, concepts, and contradictions that help us on our journey of experiencing life mindfully. Today's consideration is the concept of obstacle or opportunity. Again, the consideration of the day is the concept of obstacle or opportunity. Let's start with a few intentional breaths before we get into today's consideration. I'm going to close my eyes. Breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it for a moment, and then let it out over 5 seconds. And I'll repeat that a few times. Breath in. One more. Today's consideration, if we need a reminder, is obstacle or opportunity. This is something that I think we face almost on a daily basis, without often realizing we're even thinking about it. A lot of times, something will happen in our daily lives that is unforeseen or unintended, and we look at it as an obstacle. I don't see anything horrible with obstacles, and I don't think everything needs to be an opportunity. But I do think that we should consider each circumstance for what it truly is. Opportunity, in this sense of how I'm talking about it right now, I think of that as an opportunity for something to be better than it would have been because of something that was unforeseen, that we didn't plan for. But we are aware that it happened, and we thought about it. We assessed our situation and said, okay, maybe we can incorporate this unplanned for thing into what it was we were trying to do in the first place and be better for it. When I say obstacle, I look at that as something that's getting in the way of us completing or moving forward with whatever it is that we're doing. Obstacles don't need to be something that we judge either, though. We just look at them, and when we do identify it as an obstacle, then we say, okay, this is an obstacle. How can I overcome this obstacle? Or how can I maybe go around the obstacle? Or how can we push this obstacle back and address it at a more appropriate time? All of these things and these questions, these approaches, start by being aware. Being aware of when something is unplanned for, something is unforeseen, unintended. And often we just ignore them. We may notice that it's there and recognize that we didn't want it to be there, but we ignore the emotion behind what is causing us to judge that unforeseen or unplanned for thing. And if we can take a couple steps back and just pause for a moment to recognize when our fists are getting clenched, or maybe our neck's getting a little tight, or whatever bodily function we feel when we get into a place of stress, just recognize that. Ask ourselves, why are we feeling this relating to this unforeseen circumstance? Maybe even just noticing to begin with that we're feeling those things and saying, that's interesting. Why am I feeling that? Oh, I'm feeling that because I didn't plan on this thing happening. I didn't intend for it to happen today. Okay. Is this thing really that bad? Is it getting in the way of me accomplishing something? Is there an opportunity in here that I didn't see because I wasn't planning on this thing happening? So when I say obstacle versus opportunity, one isn't good and one isn't bad. They both just are. And it starts with being aware of the circumstance to begin with, and being aware of how that circumstance is causing us to react, or how we are responding to that circumstance. Thanks so much for stopping by for today's episode. I hope you found value in what I had to say. If you totally disagree with me or you have a question, I encourage you to reach out and ask, whether that's on some place that you're watching this or you're listening to it, or maybe heading over to mindfulx.net. It's totally free to head on over to that community and takes maybe 30 seconds to create a login, and you can be connected to individuals that are interested in experiencing life mindfully. It's totally free to sign up, totally free from advertisements, and I hope to see you over there. Again, that's mindfulx.net. From all of us in the MindfulX family, thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm Justin McBride, and remember, mindfulness is only a few intentional breaths away.